This is Josiah Plays Tyranny. Alright, we are back with the new character with the second playthrough, Valgard the warrior who is going to side with nobody. My first character, Seraphina, sided with the rebels. This character is not going to side with a motherfucking person. He wants to become the mighty, conquering barbarian king of the land, basically. What kind of voice was I doing for my main character in this one? Oh, I was doing the one kind of like the voice that's in the game.
Right.
Right. On it. Of course. The aggressive voice.
Will do.
Will do. Yeah, that's my voice. Okay. Cool. I need to talk to some people here in the camp. Such as Reg and Baz here, I think I need to talk to them. And I think I need to talk to Fifth Eye, and I think I need to talk to Snigler Dagos up here. What's going on over here? Oh, I don't have enough subterfuge to open that yet. It's unfortunate. Let's talk to Reg and Baz. Well, look who we have here. Chewing on some manner of cud. Nice. We got a ruminant here. This is a friend of Nox's, obviously. Chewing on the cud. A heavy-set soldier flings spittle and crumbs as she talks. The Fatebinder finally shows himself. Fatebinder. Oh yeah, we've already read this. I'm Reg. The second soldier chimes in. This is Baz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to. To watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Baz knits her fingers together, joints crackling as she smiles. Reg clears his throat loudly, scowling at Baz. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone else in camp who'll give you answers, or even a smile. So, anything we can do for you? What do you know about Vendrian's Well? Their walls might seem imposing, but the Vendrian Guard do a better job of hiding its weaknesses than fixing them. She shrugs. We took the Citadel once before, we can take it again. We have to, don't we? Reg looks up at the imposing tower of the spire. Though Kairos knows I don't want to stay any longer than necessary. She follows his gaze and shakes her head. You should know better than to parade your cowardice before the Fatebinder. It's not cowardice, it's just superstition. What can you tell me about the Fifth Eye? Reg trades an uncomfortable glance with Baz and lowers his voice to a whisper. They say he shares a direct link with the voices of Narat. Guard your tongue around him. He's a little... wild? Bloodthirsty? Mad? Baz thinks for a moment. Brilliant! Reg flinches and glances over his shoulder. I was going to say eccentric. The chorus isn't picky about who joins the ranks, so you can expect to find some unusual types. Most are as likely to kill you as promote you. You afraid of the Spire? Sorry, Fatebinder. I shouldn't have mentioned anything. He sighs. Fact of the matter is, we were told to stay away from spires and old walls ever since we were babes. Of all the dumb childhood lessons that fell by the wayside, that one stayed the same. Imagine a soldier of the chorus pissing himself over architecture. More like what's underneath it. Reg frowns. The Bane lurk around those old sites and kill anything they can catch unawares. I've no wish to meet the Bane in combat unless there are 100 blood chanters at my back. All with their televangelist voices. Malik 70, it is Dennis in the house. Good to see you, Dennis. How you doing? Everybody, if you're not following Malik70, you should be doing so because he's a great streamer. Malik70. Good guy. How you doing? She twists her lip into a frown as she considers this. Me neither, I suppose.
Tell me about your time in the Scarlet Chorus.
Reg and I were conscripted at the Gates of Judgment. He used to fight for Ocken, me for Azure. Baz chuckles, sketching her chin in thought. Sketching her chin? He pulls out like a fucking sketch pad and a pencil and... This is what my chin looks like. How many fights we survived so far?
11?
Reg begins to count in series across his fingers.
No. 14. I count each day and Sunday separately.
The chorus is... Baz looks about the camp and shrugs. Not as bad as it smells. The strong, like me and Reg, we're allowed to take what we want. What we deserve. We live only as well as our strength affords us, as it should be.
Tell me about yourself, Baz.
You just got home, you're getting ready for some Final Fantasy? Nice, nice. How's that game going for you? Are you close to finishing it or what? Grabbing a quick bite to eat. What are we eating tonight? Oh, it was a sellsword at the beck and call of fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. And Cairo showed me a better way. Unity, purpose. Now I fight for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furies, practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join them yet, but I bet I could show you a thing or two.
Baz, let's see what you can teach me.
Let's dance, Binder! No, I'm not here for dance lessons. Well, okay. I mean, let's learn some modern ballroom dance, shall we? I've already trained. Oh, she hasn't trained. What is she gonna train in? She gonna train? I don't know. Let's hold off on that. Let's talk to the other guy. Baz spits a wad of chewed bread into her open palm. These rations are foul. Taste it. Can't tell if it's poison or mold.
I heard that our watches spotted a disfavored scalp by the grain stores. You don't think?
Oh, I feel fine. Maybe it's an herb to slow our hand in battle. Sabotage is a coward's weapon.
Maybe it's just gone bad.
Seeing you, Reg pockets his ration without taking a bite.
Fate Binder?
So, anything we can do for you?
Tell me about yourself, Reg.
He scratches the back of his head at a loss for words.
I had a family, a farm. Then the chorus came and, well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night, feel a blade pressed to your neck. Things like farms or families don't seem as important.
Game's going great for me so far, Malik. I've actually finished my first playthrough, and I'm on my second playthrough of the game right now. So, I really, really liked it. My first playthrough clocked in at a brief, super quick 91 hours. So, maybe I can beat that this time.
I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. Felt awful, remembering how I hacked my ma and dad to bits just so I could survive.
Yeah, you felt bad about hacking your mom and dad to bits? Wow, you're a real sensitive sort, aren't you? When the Scarlet Chorus conscripts a village, they hold a ceremony known as the culling. Every able-bodied man, woman, and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. Those who survive are deemed strong enough and free from old ties to join the army of the Voices of Nerat. In the Pillars playthrough, you purposefully played a guard's reply like 5 times in a row. Did I? I don't remember that. Reg's eyes, shadowed for a moment with sorrow, take on a feverish gleam.
The fifth eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my ma and dad could see me now, if I hadn't hacked them to pieces, they'd be so proud.
Yeah, Jen's alive, yay. Yeah, I'm totally doing everything different for the second playthrough. There's like basically 4 paths you can take through the game depending on who you side with, and now I'm doing the path where you don't side with anybody and you're just on your own. And you like try to conquer the world for yourself, basically. And instead of making a mage character like I did last time, I'm like a fighter type character that's going to do melee combat this time. And different personality for my character and stuff. It's hard for me to remember everything I did yesterday, ScumSave, let alone a 200-part playthrough that I finished, you know, a while back. Oh, part 50, that was in the original 93 parts, which were the ones that were way back before I stopped streaming for like a year and a half. So, those parts I really don't remember. You're working at 9:30 on a Sunday night. Man, that sucks. I was like, 9:30? It's not 9:30, but then I just noticed, yeah, time zones. They're a thing. It's 9:30 somewhere. It's just not 9:30 where I am. You don't stream yourself anymore? Just because you're too busy, or because you actually just don't want to stream? Because that's a shame if you don't want to stream. I liked watching your stream. Alright.
Reg, show me what the fifth eye has been teaching you. We'll make this valley burn!
Oh, we can learn some lore, but we don't need to learn some lore. And we can learn subterfuge. Oh. Maybe I should train Verse in some subterfuge. What's her subterfuge looking like right now? 43. Baz and Reg trade conversation in hectic whispers. You feel strange?
Yeah.
Reg rubs his shoulder nervously.
Ever since the Fate Binder spoke Kairos' edict, I felt like bugs were crawling under my skin.
They notice your approach with mixed expressions.
Oh, didn't see you there, Fate Binder.
Alright, let's do the training. Let's do the subterfuge training for her. We should be able to open this chest now. Or not. Yeah, she's got 48. We're good.
On it. On it.
He's been streaming Final Fantasy 87 or whatever it is. Final Fantasy 15.
It's all in the reflexes.
Ooh, we found a tenderizer. What is this? It's a one-handed hammer. Fine quality. Does some bonus damage for every percent of missing health. Now, I've already read all the item descriptions in my first playthrough, so I'm not going to reread item descriptions that I've already read. But does Verse want to use this? Not really. No. I think we'll just sell it. Streaming Final Fantasy 15. Yes, you are. Hair Gel Simulator 15. Or Hell Gel Simulator 20. I don't understand the X on the end after all that. Now you're confusing me. Totally jealous of which two?
Sorry, can't. Can't do that.
Sorry, can't.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Alright.
Can't do that.
That's Matt Mercer, by the way. That's Matt Mercer. Did I already talk to Quiet Shiv? Quiet Shiv does not like me. Has nothing to say to me. Alright. Got a legit mohawk here. Legit mohawk! And she has a legit mohawk. We are the double mohawk crew. The stench of piss and fecal matter emanate from this tent, one clearly not used for rest. Ah, the old shit tent. Good times, good times. Picked up the FO DLC, we didn't get to try it yet. Fallout? We want to play Skyrim soon. Like a boy band out adventuring. Small marks have been painted onto this corpse, marking certain body parts as more difficult targets than others. Oh, I see. They're repurposing their dead enemies as target training dummies or whatever. Okay, I can get with it. Seems legit. These threadbare tents show signs of hard use and long-term exposure to the elements. And they're made of human skin. At least some of them are. And Verse made them out of human skin. You have to come watch when Josiah does his D&D. Yeah, Jen's gonna play, and so is Nox. They're gonna play D&D with me. On stream. I don't know when, though, so... If you're like, when's that gonna be? I don't know. Let's talk to Snigler Dagos. That's a great name. Snigler. What's your name? What should we name our baby? Our baby's going to be born soon. What should we name him? Well, I don't know. We could name him Robert after your father. No, we're not naming him Robert. No. Well, we could name him Benjamin. That I had a cousin named Benjamin. No, we're not naming him that. Okay, well, what about Snigler? Can we name him Snigler? Just ... at that point. Like, what? But the Snigler won out. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name's Snigler Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire. I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. Let me see your wares. He winces a little. It's not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. Oh, he's got stuff for sale. Man, I forgot what kind of stuff I'm even trying to buy. Blood Chancer stuff, Bronze Dagger. Ooh. Oh, I don't have very much money. I'm super poor right now, I forgot. Super poor. Vigil of Fire, plus 10 control fire. Super poor. Can't afford fucking thing. Super poor. Well, that's the kind of armor I want for my guy, though. He looks barbaric, like gladiator type armor. Super poor. Oh, I need some sigils and stuff too for Lantry. Oh man, I need to make some money. How do I make some money? My other character by the end of the game had a ludicrous amount of money that I had nothing to spend it on. But now I'm at the beginning of the game and I don't have any money and I want it. I want that money. I need that money. Oh, maybe I can sell some of this shit. Tenderizer, let's sell the disfavored sword, the bloody boots, let's sell that, let's sell the broken armor, let's sell this blood moss, sell this rot spear, sell these small bottles, let's sell this thing, let's sell this whetstone, let's sell this bent dagger, let's sell this fish, let's sell this grain. You've got to be a pretty laid back, like, non-specialized merchant who deals in a lot of different goods. If you're selling blood moss, a bent dagger, and a fish to the same person, like, yeah, I'll buy that. Yep, I'll buy it all. I used to make these jokes about, like, in MMOs, you can take, like in World of Warcraft, you could go to the merchants and you can sell them any fucking thing you have, right? And you'd have all this weird vendor trash bullshit that you got, like fucking, you know, Planestrider testicles or whatever, you know, fucking, like, kobold scrotums and shit, like, whatever crazy ass, like, stupid things you got from monsters. Nasty shit. And any vendor would buy all that from you. And I remember there was this vendor called a pie vendor, and all they sold was pies. Okay, and I would always go sell stuff to them, and I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I trust this guy's pies if he's buying fucking ogre foreskins from me and shit. Like, why is the pie vendor buying, you know, fucking river ooze mucus and you know, like fucking man-bear pig pancreas and all this stuff that I'm finding on monsters. Why is the pie vendor buying that? That makes me really concerned about these pies. Like, do not buy pies from this person. I know what kind of shit they buy to put in it. Anyway, so let's trade. Oh, we're about to make a bunch of bronze rings. And buy some more healing potions. And that's it for now. Saving the rest of the money. Why are you carrying around ogre foreskins? Because you kill ogres and you get ogre foreskins from them. I mean, that's pretty standard. It's like David in the Bible having to collect like 100 Philistine foreskins. It might not have been 100. It was some large amount though. I think it was 100. So that he could marry what's her name. The dad was like, no, you can't marry my daughter unless you bring me 100 Philistine foreskins. This is the kind of weird shit that's in the Bible. People don't think about. I think it's all about, like, Jesus and, oh, look at me, I'm passing out bread, I'm healing the sick. No, it's about collecting fucking foreskins off of dudes. Alright, so anyway, we've talked to Snigler Dagos. Let's distribute these potions. Oh, man, I'm pretty deep in potions, aren't I? Are you circumcising them after you kill them or before? Well, I would assume after, because they're not going to let you before. They're the Philistines, or the Philistines. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They're not going to let you before. So basically the idea is he's got to go kill 100 Philistines and bring back their foreskins as proof. Now, here's what I want to know. How does the dude... I can't remember who the dude was. Was it... It might have been Saul, even. King Saul. I don't remember who it was that made him do that. But... how does the dude know that those foreskins are from Philistines? Like, how do you verify that? I could just see some guy with the jeweler's fucking visor on with the glasses, you know, and he's holding up the foreskins in like a pair of tweezers, you know, and he's kind of like moving them closer and further away from the optical lens thing that he's looking through, you know, like, yep, this one's legit. It's real. Or like taking it, like biting off a little piece, tasting it. Oh yeah, 100% pure. Like, how do you verify that those foreskins are from actual Philistines? Because that's what I want to know. Alright. I think there's nothing left to do here except for talk to Fifth Eye. Because I'm pretty sure we already talked to all these other people and collected all the loots and stuff. Pretty sure we did that last time. Because I was going around the camp in this direction. One might call it counterclockwise. So it's time to talk to Fifth Eye. The Fifth Eye element. Class was Ogre Rabbi. That'd be a cool class. I would play that game. I would play that game if it had Ogre Rabbis in it. Tastes great, less filling. P-H-I-O. Oh, God. Oh, no. He didn't just. He did just. Fifth Eye.
The binder of Tunon arrives!
Squealing with teenager's timber, the Fifth Eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim.
And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily.
Dressed in the bronze-red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-spattered glove. It's bespattered.
Now that you've issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole?
Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask.
Trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle.
We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest.
The Fifth Eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure.
Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley. And unless we deal with this second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river.
I think I'll remain silent. My character's kind of a strong silent type, sometimes. Unfortunately, I don't get the option to glare silently here, because that's what I would want to do.
My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Varia Kell. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears, and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain, and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus.
A few more conscripts gonna change anything at this point. Seems wiser to just kill them.
But
The Crimson Spear pauses, his body frozen in a shrug.
that is our way! We offer redemption even to those who have harmed us. Besides, I'm not truly interested in any old conscripts, but rather one specific one. Their leader, Captain Pelox Florian, is one of the finest warriors the Vendrian Guard have left. It is double the injury to take from your foe while adding to your own clan.
I don't belong to Archon Narat. What's my help worth?
You wound me, Fatebinder!
The Fifth Eye places his hand over his chest, feigning the start of a swoon.
And I thought the joy of working for the illustrious Archon of Secrets would be reward enough. But you need to be missing half your head to think an expert works for free. Tell me, what will make this worth your while?
Last time I asked for magic, but this time I'm not going to ask for magic because... But I probably should, though, because that's what gets you Control Emotions later. And Control Emotions gives you a taunt spell. But my character would not ask for magic, though. He gives no fucks about magic.
An honest wage would suffice.
Ooh, 1,000 rings. Thank you.
Because a dishonest wage would be unbecoming of Tunon's law dogs, no?
The Fifth Eye chuckles, his left hand sliding up his right sleeve. He draws forth a small ring purse and drops it in your hand. Alright, see you later, Dennis. Have a good one. Have fun with Final Fantasy 15. Gotta take InSync out on their adventure. Yeah. I heard you can only head in one direction in that game. He draws forth a small ring purse and drops it in your hand.
The chorus is honored to have purchased your aid.
I will speak with the prisoner.
I will meet you there. She is waiting by the other prisoners.
Alright. Taking the Outer Valley, quest updated. Interrogate Varia. The Fifth Eye believes that the rebel captive Varia in the Scarlet Chorus camp might have crucial information about rebel movements in Tripnettle. He would like you to interrogate her while he observes. Fifth Eye the Fifth Eye already authorized. Come on now.
Fireman, let the Fatebinder speak with our catch of the day.
You may approach the prisoner.
Alright. Let's talk to Varia. What if we try to talk to Lantry first?
Let's deal with Varia before we let that sage speak.
Alright, it doesn't let you. Alright, let's talk to Varia Kell. I'm going to save the game.
Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Narat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus.
A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days.
This one,
He flippantly waves at the prisoner.
was hollowing earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest.
I told this thing... The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face.
That I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze.
Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker?
Suppose I have no answer for that.
Alright, off with her head. Uriah's eyes fall to the ground and she swallows nervously. Now, last time I did everything in my power to make sure that this woman survived. I let her live and let her go back to her people. This time, it's going to go down a little differently, I have a feeling. Because Valgar don't play. Well, he kind of does play. I'm playing the game, but... Alright, you can take a drink of water.
When I joined the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Narat to prove it.
Claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart?
Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the Younger Realms are gone for good.
She blinks several times, catching her breath.
Hyros is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them.
I was thinking about how cool it would be to run like a D&D game or some kind of role-playing game in like the setting of this game, or a setting very similar to it. I think that would be really cool. But the game I'm going to be running soon is not that.
Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release.
I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelax Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me.
She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. Time to use some athletics. Flex my muscles and intimidate her.
Start talking, now!
Well, see...
Shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds.
So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you...
She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses.
The tall, dark one missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders.
With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot, and it is thrust into the Fifth Eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read.
It's nonsense! Just mash of words!
Laughter erupts from under the mask.
She said she had information! She gives us garbage! Slay this wretch for wasting our time!
He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. And I shall remain silent.
Make the cut shallow. Give her time to regret toying with me.
The Scarlet Fury slices open Varia's neck. Pinned to her final resting post, the Vendrian Guard soldier thrashes and flails for several long moments before bowing her head in death. Rest in peace, Varia Kell. So that's one character. That's actually the second character so far that's died, that lived in my other thing. My other game.
We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt. But I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Variah, an older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the School of Ink and Quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. I'll read the parchment for myself. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length, written with professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northerners, but they have a half-dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you.
Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
He's weird that way.
A few hours? Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one.
Your life depends on you translating this scroll now.
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
I never saw this little exchange right here on my last game.
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
He got fucking high on the ink.
It can't hurt to give him a few hours.
You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us.
Untie him. Give him a chance to translate.
Are you giving me orders, Binder? Does this look like Tudon's court? Last I checked, only the Archon of Secrets can tell me what to do with a prisoner.
The Crimson Spear pounds his staff. Every time these motherfuckers pounded their staff on the ground. So many times. The words pound staff on ground appear like 100 times in this game, for reals. Pounds his staff on the ground.
This old man wants freedom. We shall give him his fair shot at a trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Fine, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live.
Good. I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
Puppy paws. Hashtag dirty puppy paws. Get that shit trending. Not gonna happen.
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at some loudmouth chorus braggarts myself.
That's good, Barrick.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters?
Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear.
Trial by combat is upon us!
He's really happy. The sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and the stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering.
If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now.
Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence.
We're about to commence some entertainment, yo. I'm about to get my ass kicked. So I'm playing on Path of the Damned.
Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong?
The fifth eye waves his hands in the air, like he just don't care, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. Okay.
Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of the Oathbreaker begin!
Alright, this looks serious. And severious. A sage by the name of Lantry claims that he knows how to decipher the Vendrian Guard message you acquired from the dead prisoner. Convince the Scarlet Chorus to release him to gain his assistance, which is what we're working on. We have a horde, another horde, a Scarlet Fury, and another Scarlet Fury. They're already acting up. Look, they're already fucking attacking Lantry. Look how many of them are attacking Lantry. Alright. Barrack needs to run forward and mock all these people and make them taunted. Lantry needs to run back out of range. First needs to do some really good shit. Really good shit is what First needs to do. Baldur needs to run up and whoop some ass. You need to whoop some ass. Ass is what you need to whoop.
I will aid you. Ha! Come and feast my...
Gonna mocking iron on this guy. Oh, this isn't going well so far. We're gonna skewer this guy. We're going to turn off his thing. Renewal. Did he already do it? He did. He did on. Oh, good job. Actually, his AI actually was pretty good there for a second. Titan's Touch. Quill Strike. What's Titan's Touch, a motherfucker? When I think about you, I Titan's Touch myself. I Titan's Touch myself. I haven't used Voice of Ages on the message. He doesn't have it yet, Nox. Plus, you know, that would be way too easy. Are there four-eyed beings in this world? Because otherwise I'm not sure what the significance of a fifth eye title would be. Well, the dude, bees have 5 eyes? I didn't know that. That's weird. The Voices of Nerat, who's his boss, has these guys called eyes that are like, that he can see through their eyes. And he calls each one an eye. So the fifth eye is apparently the fifth one of those guys that he has. That's presumably what that means. Alright, there we go.
Take them together! Unstoppable!
Why is everybody after him? Like, this shit is just ridiculous. Alright, now he's gonna die. Everybody's... I didn't start this fight off in a good position, you know what I'm saying? Like... my character needs to start kicking some ass. I can't get around. First, drink one of these. Lantry's already down. Fucking Lantry. First, can we maybe get out of the way? I really want to cleave a bunch of people. And Verse is kind of right up in the fucking way. That happening.
I will break you.
Everybody's running around like an idiot. Okay, fine. I'll just cleave these two. Literally nobody will attack Barrack. Barrack is allegedly the tank, and nobody will fucking attack him. Barrack can go get on that guy, I guess. My character getting wrecked. Do I want a flurry of blows, sunder, or I want a sunder?
Will do.
I'm about to go down. I don't even care at this point. I'm gonna have to rest to get rid of his wound anyway, so fuck it.
You got it. Damn you!
Getting my ass kicked.
Someone staunch my bleeding.
Quit crying about your bleeding.
I'm going down.
I don't want to waste potions here
You
because
got
I'm going to rest right after this anyway.
You got it.
Although, I'm going to lose. I'm going to fucking lose. We set each other on fire. I lost. Wow. Fuck. Well, that's obnoxious. Guess I should have used potions. The way the positioning starts at this fight kind of screws you. You don't really get a chance to get your tank in there to do tanky stuff. Everybody just goes after your... Well, no, it's not an impossible fight at all. I mean, I almost won the fight. If I'd have just used potions on my other two guys, it would have been fine. I'm going to try something different this time. At least I get a really short loading screen after I... Oh, wait, no. Thanks, Obsidian. These fights where they spring them on you out of dialogue are the worst, because you were always in a fucking terrible position at the start of the fight, and then you get screwed. He's gonna be the tank this time. Scum save. Oh good, we can go through all this again, that'll be fun. I asked you a question. What's going on with the... Really? So now the dialogue isn't working? That's pretty awesome. Seriously, what's literally fucking happening right now? Hear that little clicking sound? That's the sound of the game registering that I clicked that shit. I also hit the 3 key a bunch of times. And now nothing's happening. Okay. Good times. I'm not pleased by the thought of having to restart the game and sit through the initial loading screen again. This has never happened before in this game. What's happening right now has never happened. I don't understand why it's happening now. I don't know whether to wait for it to magically fix itself. Or just Alt F4 and relaunch the game. I elected to Alt F4 and relaunch the game. So we get to play how long is the loading screen again. That'll be cool. Why is the music so quiet? Why can't I see? Wait, no, it does this. It does this. It'll pop up here in a second. What happening is even? Okay, this isn't going well. Now I got the spinny windows thing. Okay, alright, here we go. A hand in the darkness. Yeah. This takes a while too. Come on with the spinning gears. More spinning gears. Alright, here we go. How long is the loading screen? 101.11. I'm just gonna say 2.5 minutes. Optimistically. Three minutes even, Knox? Okay. Oh, more loading screen, more loading screen. It's a screen and it's loading and there's more of it. As the mournful music plays. Mournfully. Oh my gosh. That was only a minute 24? That was a minute 24. Now that was by far the shortest loading screen. Unbelievably short. It just happened again! It just happened again on the same dialogue option. Are you kidding me right now? Am I being kidded? This didn't happen before. Come on, son. Alright, well. Maybe I have to wait a long time and it'll suddenly work. What do you think? This is like the F issue at that time in Masquerade. They did just patch the game, so maybe they fucked something up in the patch. Because this never used to happen, ever. My first playthrough. 91 hours. Never had a dialogue thing fail to trigger. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode then. If you're watching the stream, I'm not done playing, but if you are watching on YouTube, this episode is over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Tyranny.